Sam here with your daily live business boost. And in this video, I wanted to talk to you about how to hit your income goal in the next 90 days. Now, this might seem a little bit confusing, right? Because you're thinking, how the hell could I possibly do that? And ultimately, what it comes down to is creating a sense of urgency, doing the things that really matter that are actually going to get you the results. So, for example, if you set a goal for 12 months, right, for 1 year. Say, for example, your goal is for $10,000 plus per month, and your goal is to start where you are now and to be achieving that within the next 12 months. Now, what you could actually do is figure out what the primary tasks are that you need to do in order to get that done in that 12-month period, and then basically bunch those tasks down into that 90 period day. Now, here's the thing, right, is that 1 year can be too long. I mean, if you think about it yourself, just in the past 12 months alone, the amount that you have been through, how much you have gone through in the last 12 months, I assure you, if you sat down and you actually thought about it, you'd be amazed by the amount of stuff that you've actually been through. I know I myself, 1 year ago, 1 year ago today, from who I am now, I am a completely different person living a completely different life. And so I assume that it's a very similar thing for you. If that the amount of, just think about everything, all the hardships and all the challenges that you've been through in the last year, and just imagine yourself and how much that has gone on in 1 year, and how much you could actually achieve in the next 1 year. So here's the thing: 1 year can be too long, but 90 days creates an automatic urgency. So what you want to do is create yourself a 90-day year. What I mean by that is you want to suppress your 12-month goals down into 90 days and start working off those 90-day periods, right? Really start focusing on those things that really matter for you achieving your outcome or your income goal over the next 90 days, right? Cut it down from 12 months to 90 days. You really can do it. So there's 5 questions that you really need to ask yourself to help you bring those things to reality. Now, excuse me for a second, because I've actually got my notes in. I just want to make sure I cover everything for you, okay? So the first question you want to ask yourself is, what's your big goal? Okay, so over the next 12 months, what's your big goal? Like, for example, what it could be in terms of business, right? This is a business video, this is a business page, so let's talk about that with regards to these questions. So your big goal over the next, again, 1 year could be to earn 10,000 plus per month consistently. Now, what you'd want to do is then step number 2 is to create what milestones you must hit along the way. Now, I'm not talking necessarily about the amount of money that you make, but the amount of tasks that you need to do. Say, for example, you need to do live videos from Monday to Friday. You need to do YouTube videos, twice a week. You need to do 3 blog posts per week. Break down the milestones in terms of like the things that you actually need to do in order to achieve that 1 year outcome in 90 days. Okay? Then, what you want to do is you want to know what's your reward for the amount of work that you're actually doing. Because here's the thing, if we don't have a reward and it's not appealing enough, we are going to struggle to motivate ourselves when it comes to getting those actual things done. So me, for example, I work in 90-day periods, and my reward at the end of those 90-day periods is to travel to the Philippines and spend time with my fiance and all my friends and family that I have over there, right? And for me, that's highly, highly motivating. I basically lay out all the tasks that I want to get done, and on the days that I'm struggling and that I'm finding it really, really difficult to get my work done, I focus on that outcome. I focus on what it is, upon my big reward, which is to go to the Philippines, to spend time with my fiance and my friends and family over there, be able to play basketball and have some fun and disconnect a little bit from the business. I'm still working, but just more behind the scenes than right in front of you, okay? So make sure you have a big reward. At the end of that 90 days, it's really going to motivate and drive you to actually get the things done. So number 4 is to review your goals every single Sunday. Now, what you want to do there is you want to sit down, you want to ask yourself certain questions, okay? Now, I've got 5 questions that I go through myself, right, that I really sit down and figure these things out. But here's the 2 that I'd really like you to start implementing at least immediately, and then you can add whatever questions you want to on top of that. And that is, number 1, where can I improve? So you look at everything you've done for the week, right, and you realize where it is you started the week and where you ended the week, and you need to realize where it is that you need to improve, right? And then the second thing is, what did I achieve, right? So there's some constructive feedback there as well as some positive reinforcement. It is good to recognize everything that you've done, right, and all of the efforts that you put in in order to achieve the things that you really need, that you really want to achieve. Okay, it is good to recognize these things, that you are actually putting forth the effort. It is highly, highly important for you. Okay, so remember, what you don't track can't be measured. Okay, so I would highly suggest that you really get down what it is that you need to do on a daily basis. So me, for example, I have an Excel sheet where I write down everything that I need to achieve for that whole week, right? And then on a day-to-day basis, so the night before I go to sleep, for example, this is the last thing I essentially do for my business day before I call it a day. And before I call it a day, right, I actually sit down and I plan out, I look at all the things that I achieve for the day, and then I map out the things that I'm going to do for the following day. Yeah, so I have a good idea. When I go to sleep, I've already got an idea of what I'm going to do the next day. So I get up and I'm proactive from the very get-go. I don't want to get up and go, what do I feel like doing? What do I need to do today? No, I need to get up and things already need to be in place. Okay, so I would honestly suggest just a simple Excel sheet, you know, to track what it is that you're doing. Number two, the other thing is what you do daily, you know, determines your outcomes. So focus on your habits. I can't reiterate this enough, and I know sometimes I sound like a broken record because everybody out there that follows me knows how big I am on rituals, schedules, habits, and things like that. What you do daily determines your outcome. So focus on your habits to achieve the things that you really want to achieve. If you really want to achieve anything you want to achieve in 1 year, you can actually achieve in 90 days, I guarantee you. But what you need to do is you really need to focus on the tasks that are at hand, the very most important tasks that you need to do in order to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. So what I'm going to suggest is one thing. There is the rule of five, or you know, the law of six. You know, I've seen people do it in different ways. But essentially, what it means is that there's a handful of tasks that if you did on a daily basis would lead you to an outcome that you really, really want to achieve. And that's essentially what I do. I have, like, for example, I have like 6 or 7 things that I do for my health on a day-to-day basis that will lead me to the body that I want. And I have like 5 things that I do for my business every single day. That's going to lead me to the path of my business that I want to achieve. You know, there's essentially a handful of tasks, irrespective of what you want to achieve, that if you were to do, that you would be able to achieve the goal that you want to achieve. All right. So what I would suggest to you is to note down what those tasks are, ritualize them, schedule them into your life. Right. I know you're busy. Right. I'm busy too, and so I've had to put the time in place. This is a skill that I've had to learn. Right. It doesn't just come naturally. It's something that we need to build upon. We need to work on a day-to-day basis, right? And so what I would suggest you do is get those handful of tasks, or whatever area it is that you want to set out your goal and achieve, and get those things into place. Record them so that you can start tracking them. You know, every week you can look back and reflect, you know, journal what it is that you're doing. That's what I do. All right, so look, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or some sort of emoji. If you've got any questions whatsoever, go ahead and ask in the comments. I always reply to every single question, every single comment that comes through. All right, and more importantly, look, if you're wondering what it is you need to do to build your business, I've created a 8-step email course that's going to teach you step by step how to go about building your business. All right, and it's in the link in the description of the box of this particular video, that you can click on it and you can go and you just need to put in your email address and you'll get immediate access to the course. You'll get email course number 1 today, and then you'll get 1 every day from there on out. It's really going to show you the key elements of building a successful online business. This is a step-by-step blueprint that I followed, right, that my mentor laid down to me, that he did to create his $1 million business online. Now he's passed it on to me to help me achieve my 6-figure business online that I'm building. All right, so go ahead and click on that link and check me out again on the live video tomorrow. So take care, much love, and I'll see you again then.